Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Hello and happy weekend, happy start of the summer and happy Saturday. Of course, that all depends on whether you're listening to this on Saturday, 22nd of July, when it comes out or not. But either way, though, welcome to episode 228 of the best bits of the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. And this is Mark Denholm from The Breakfast Show. And on the way today, the easiest job ever and very well paid, the consequences of not enough sleep, the top 5 of holiday issues, a doctor who was learning on the job, how small once was the population. We talked Farage, Netflix, YouTube and adverts, zealots, and we solved the source debate.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Did mention we're heading towards the school holidays. The Glade Shopping Centre in Bromley has banned unsupervised children and hired bouncers ahead of the summer. Anybody wearing a balaclava or any inappropriate mask will also be kicked out. Does that also mean face coverings as well? I can't believe there are still people wearing face coverings.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Starfish have no brains. Well, how do they function? People who own dogs laugh more than people who own cats or have no pets, according to a study. Wow.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Home of the anthems all day long. This is Atom Radio, online, on mobile, on smart speaker. Morning, and welcome to Monday. It was this day in 1981 that Her Majesty the Queen officially opened the Humber Estuary Bridge. Just imagine being like the Queen or now the King, where your entire job is to just wander around declaring things opening and waving with a rolling motion, and that is your job. I officially declare this open. Wave, 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 wave. And that's your job. Just imagine how easy that'd be if that were your job. I'd be well chuffed with that. I officially declare this show underway. Morning.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
People who sleep less than 5 hours a night. Oh, I'll hold my hand up to that. They're more likely to get a cold than those who sleep 7 hours a night or more, regardless of weight or age. I'm just thinking, right, if I wanted to sleep 7 hours, I'd need to be in bed by 10. But the problem is, see, this is the problem, right? All through my life, things have changed. And I used to DJ, which is obviously late night work. And therefore, when you get in from DJing, you're wide awake still and you can't switch off. And that's kind of stuck with me because I've done it since the age of 16. And I've always, therefore, gone to bed quite late because I can't switch off early. But now I have to get up early to do a breakfast show. The problem is I find that I still can't switch off early. So if I was to go to bed at 10, even if I did fall asleep at 10, I'd probably be awake then by 1 and it'd take me a couple of hours to get back to sleep again. Or I'd just lie there all night and then I'd end up getting more stressed. I'm thinking, oh no, it's 11 and I'm not asleep. No, it's 12 now and I'm not. No, it's 12:30 and I'm not asleep. There you are. You see, that's the problem. So therefore, I think I'm just going to have to put up with the cold, given I do get less than 5 hours of sleep a night. It's a fact of life. It really is. Bachel, bless me.
Mark Denholm at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Let's find out the top 5 of things that have annoyed you on holiday. At number 5, boyfriend took on the ordering of meals because he spoke the language and I didn't and stitched me up every night. At number 4, going to Butlins, getting on totally the wrong coach and ending up hundreds of miles away and having to get 2 more coaches to get to Butlins. At number 3, booked a holiday, had the holiday rebooked, split up, very awkward 2 weeks. At number 2, my roommate swapped all of my packed clothes in my suitcase for clothes likely to be worn by an old person bought from a charity shop. And at number 1, the most annoying holiday thing on Top 5 Tuesday, went on a lad's holiday and one of the lads I went with decided they would put all of my clothes I'd taken into the hotel laundry, leaving me nothing to wear except my swim trunks.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday and happy hump day and happy last day of school as well. Back to the anthems with DMA. Something We Are Overcoming is up and good to go. But first, though, I want to talk to you about a situation which has happened in Colorado, and a man was waiting to have an operation done by a doctor. He had a broken bone, and he was in the hospital, and he reveals and shared this on TikTok that the moment before he was due to go in for his operation, he noticed a man Googling a tutorial and watching on YouTube how to do the procedure that he was about to do. The man had suffered a bad sprain and a small fracture in his lower leg from a skateboarding incident. And he says, I was in my hospital bed and I looked over and I saw the doctor watching a video on how to wrap an ankle and a leg, which is just what he was about to do. He shared the moment on TikTok, naturally as you do, and this gained over 1.4 million views. In the video, it can be seen lying on the hospital bed before switching to his front camera when he zoomed in on the doctor's desk to find the doctor watching a tutorial on how to wrap a leg and ankle. And you would assume, wouldn't you, that your doctor who's about to do your operation is going to know what they're going to do without having to watch YouTube. You would like to think that, they've qualified and they've gained experience as a junior, being guided by more senior doctors than that. But no, in this case, apparently, the guy was watching on YouTube how to do it. What I want to know today is, given that YouTube is a goldmine of things to learn, what have you learned from YouTube? What has been the best thing that you have learned from watching YouTube?
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Atom Radio, online, on mobile, on smart speaker. Morning. Welcome to Thursday. It is Mark Denham at breakfast. It is 6:21. Did you know for a million years the population of humans was less than 26,000? That's around the number, just under the number, isn't it, that currently live in Slough. So the population of humans around the world was less than the current population of Slough.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Nigel Farage has published claims showing why he believes his Coutts bank account was closed because they didn't agree with his views. And you know what? I mean, that's probably wrong. But because it's Nigel Farage, you can't help but laugh, can you? Really, I just find myself chuckling about it. And I find myself chuckling as well. Nigel Farage, unless you are uber posh, you do not park your car in a garage, do you? You park your car in the garage. Garage. Farage. Nigel Farage. There you are. You see, unless you're uber posh, it's got to be Nigel Farage, hasn't it? Anyway, I'm glad that we got to the bottom of that.
This is Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.
If you are a Netflix user, Netflix has axed its $6.99 basic tier option on Tuesday. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, in the US and in the UK, if you are on the basic plan, you can keep it until you cancel. However, if you want to sign up now, there's a standard plan, $4.99, with ads 5 times during each hour. Wow, you'd never get to watch anything, would you? Standard account without commercials, $15.99, and a premium option that allows for 4 streams as well. It's just the adverts that really bug me. Like when you want to watch a YouTube video and it's only 15 seconds long and you have to sit through 20 seconds of adverts. How annoying.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Morning. Mark Denham at breakfast, banging out the anthems on Atom Radio. And welcome to Friday. Shout out the group that ringed Just Stop Oil yesterday. And they wore orange T-shirts made out to look just like Just Stop Oil. But on them they said, just stop peeing people off. And they surrounded a Just Stop Oil protest yesterday. I think that's great. There they were, the Just Stop Oil people doing one of their sit-down protests, and these people came and just formed a human chain around them, holding hands in their T-shirts, orange T-shirts, saying, just stop peeing people off. Finally, action is being taken.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
And every single day on this show, I bang out a question and I take your answers and I read them out. And I thought today we're going to do something different today. So today it is Ask Me Anything Friday. And I'm not saying that that'll become a trend, but it is Ask Me Anything Friday. It may not become quite as catchy as Top 5 Tuesday, but today you can email me and ask me any question and I will do my best to answer it knowledgeably and honestly and however quiet you'd like me to answer it. So on air at atomradio.co.uk, fire in a question and I will answer it for you this Friday morning. We'll kick off with Kelly. Morning, Kelly. Can you settle an argument? In our house, we're having a debate at the moment whether brown sauce or red sauce goes on a bacon sandwich. I say brown and my boyfriend says red. Kelly, I'm with you on that. I am going brown. Brown sauce goes with bacon. If you're having a sausage sandwich, I'd go brown as well. And steak, I would definitely go brown. But that's it. Other than that, it'd probably be ketchup. I'm thinking, however, to settle your debate, brown or red sauce on a bacon sandwich? I am saying brown sauce all day long. Doesn't matter if you're having your bacon sandwich for breakfast or maybe for brunch or maybe for lunch. It definitely has to be brown sauce. And for that matter, while we're at it, Kelly, and I know that you didn't ask this as well, but it's got to be brown bread or brown roll as well for your sandwich or your roll.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Morning, Stacey. I know that you're single. Do you have your eye on anyone at the moment? I wouldn't really say that's the question, if I'm honest. It's who hasn't got their eye on knocking me back. That's probably more like it, if I'm honest, but there we are.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
See, I said I'd be honest, didn't I? And that last question, yep, that was just me being honest. Speaking earlier in the week, though, about the royal family, I declare this bridge open, wave, wave, wave. Not only is that like possibly the easiest job in the world, going around smiling, shaking hands, and declaring things open, easiest job in the world, it's also going to be a 45% pay rise for the royal family funded by you and me, the taxpayer. Yep, they're getting a 45% pay rise. There isn't money to give a pay rise to doctors and the like of more than 6%, but there is a 45% pay rise, taxpayer funded, incoming for the royal family. I don't get that. Thank you for checking out episode 228 of the Atom Radio Best Bits podcast. It is a day off for me on Monday. However, back to business Tuesday. You can listen from 6 on atomradio.co.uk, on the online Radio Box app, on Streamer and on TuneIn as well. Make sure you're listening live, 6 o'clock from Tuesday.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.